I've been debating about installing a hydro on this car, and I think I should just do it. Especially now that I buttoned up the brakes and I found 3 leaks at the banjos. I think it's from the aluminum crush washers, so I'm gonna replace those with copper. Shout out to Amin.
What's up, guys?
And the guys at FAP Auto for the great powder coat work. Got some brakes waiting to go on the Daily Driver Suburban as well. Color matched, looking good. First thing I'm setting up is the bracket. I got this from Level Ride Concepts. It normally mounts like this. I'm going to be mounting it like this so it sits a little further back and in line with the shifter. One thing I did have to do was notch out this area to be able to fit onto the actual shifter. For the hydro brake, we went with the GK Tech Low Line. Compact, out of the way, silver matches the shifter, using a 5/8 master. Since I am running a 6-speed, I got that center diff, I have the original Forester e-brake, and I snagged the switch off of there. I was figuring I could drill and tap, mount the plate, mount this, and then for safety, kind of whip this up really quickly from some scrap, put this in. That's all finishing. Let's go see what this looks like in the car. Okay, so first impressions, that's hot.
That's hot.
I think the next thing to kind of try out is probably making myself a seat so I can kind of get a feel for where it is within arm's reach. There we go, bucket seat. Okay, Milwaukee. Little slap, a little tickle. All right, I'm liking it. Let's slip on the shifter trim. This is not the shifter trim. I'll toss this on, see how it looks. Let's get the full effect here. Now we have the shifter trim. Nope, we did this backwards. Plastics all in place. First initial hang up, my cutout pushes the hydro a little too far over, and I can't get a bolt on this. 2 options: weld on a plate, extend this out, or open this bad boy up to make room for the hydro and kind of shift it over. I think that's what we're gonna do. Red and black, can't go wrong with red and black. So we're gonna take this over to the bench, kind of see where all this lines up. Let's take this off. So while we're doing these test fits, this beautiful WC Latheworks shift knob does not get destroyed.
No! God! No!
Change of plans. Grinder and paint, baby. Here is the updated bracket. Not my best work, not my worst work, but it'll hold. Let's get this back on the car, see what we got. Learn from our mistakes. Gives the lines a little more room to come in through here. One thing I didn't think about was the passenger. Brought the seat up out of storage, aka my basement, and we're gonna do a little test fit. We're good. Doink. Let's get the master cylinder out of the way so we can mark our second hole. Got the hydro bolted down, trimmed the bracket, added a parking brake switch to disconnect the center diff. I also mocked up some lines with these old coat hangers. And now it's time to go make some brake lines. Got myself a nice little rigid 3/16 bender. You know, you got your 90, your 180, your 45. I think this one was like a 135. Deburring and rimming tool I picked up on Amazon, which you're going to need if you want to make clean flares like this. Master Cool hydraulic flaring kit. I don't think you really need all this, but I don't know. It's nice to have tools. 37 degree kit for the AN line. So I will be using AN fittings and lines. So I have new copper crush washers I was talking about. Using stainless steel fittings, you know, my adapters for the master, 3-to-3 union that I'm going to use on the line that comes out of the proportioning valve to the back of the car. I'm going to mate the hard line to this. And since I've already bled the system, I got these Evil Energy 3AN caps. So I'm going to cap off the stainless hose that goes towards the back of the car, and then I'm going to cap off the proportioning valve just so there's no brake fluid inside the car.
Hey, yo!
Doink. Doink.
3 hours later.
Not gonna lie, this was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Like most things, you just gotta be patient and take your time. I did make 2 mistakes while making the lines right out of the gate. This first bend completely messed it up, which is okay because this line was shorter and I ended up using that piece for this line. And my second mistake was down here. I kept telling myself, don't forget the ferrules, don't forget the ferrules, don't forget the ferrules. And I didn't forget the ferrules, but what I did was I installed the ferrule backwards on this end. Luckily, there was enough line left over where I could chop the flare off and then re-flare the line. I did have to do some unethical unbending and rebending, but it works. Once we get it pressurized, we'll see if it holds. But these lines honestly are strong enough, I think, that they could take a little manual manipulation. Let's go toss these on the car. Lines are all routed and secured to the bracket with these billet clamps from Speedway Motors. You go out from the proportioning valve, up to the inlet, out, and back out to the rear of the car. The fit against the center console plastics. And here's the final product. Just a few more things left to button up and we can call it a wrap. I just gotta take the whole thing apart, paint the bracket, wire in the switch, bench bleed the master, put it all back together, bleed all the brakes. Easy peasy.